Did you know that 65% of global megaprojects never see the light of day? Yes, these colossuses of human ambition often remain unfinished, leaving behind stories of what could have been. These unfinished giants, also known as megaprojects, are grand, ambitious projects that are designed to spur economic growth, boost prestige, or provide solutions to large-scale problems. They are the dreams of nations, corporations, and investors wrapped in steel, concrete, and imagination, yet more often than not they remain just that, dreams. Now you might be wondering what exactly constitutes a megaproject. Well, these are projects that cost upwards of $1 billion, take many years to complete, and involve multiple public and private stakeholders. They can range from infrastructure projects like highways and airports to technology-driven initiatives like space missions and nuclear power plants. But why are so many of these megaprojects left unfinished? The reasons are as diverse as the projects themselves. Some are derailed by financial constraints, while others fall victim to political upheaval. Environmental concerns, technical challenges, and social opposition can also play a part. And the impact of these unfinished giants? It's immense. Not only do they represent billions of dollars in sunk costs, but they also often leave behind physical scars on the landscape and social scars on the communities affected. Yet, despite these risks and challenges, the allure of megaprojects remains strong. They are seen as symbols of progress and power, and their potential rewards can make them irresistible to those with the courage and resources to undertake them. So, buckle up as we take you on a journey into the world of these unfinished giants. We'll explore 20 of the biggest megaprojects that never reached completion, delving into their histories, their intended purposes, and the reasons why they were left unfinished. From towering skyscrapers that never touch the sky to highways that lead nowhere, these are the stories of ambition, dreams, and sometimes failure. Today, we dive into the world of these unfinished giants. Megaprojects are not a modern phenomenon. They have been pursued throughout history, often symbolizing power, prosperity, and progress. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the Colosseum, the Great Wall of China, these were all megaprojects in their time. They reflected the ambition of their leaders and the might of their civilizations. In the modern era, megaprojects have taken on new forms, but their purpose remains the same. They are large-scale, complex ventures that typically cost billions of dollars, take many years to develop and build, and involve multiple public and private stakeholders. These projects hold the promise of economic growth, job creation, and technological advancement. They can reshape landscapes, redefine industries, and even alter the course of nations. They represent human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress. However, with great ambition comes great risks. The larger the project, the higher the stakes, and the more devastating the consequences of failure. And as we will see, failure is not uncommon in the world of megaprojects. Our first set of unfinished megaprojects come from different corners of the world, each with its unique story. Picture the Ryugyong Hotel in North Korea, a 105-story pyramid-shaped skyscraper. It was meant to be a symbol of the country's strength and skill. However, after over 3 decades of work, it remains incomplete, an empty shell standing tall against the Pyongyang skyline. Now let's cross the Atlantic to Brazil, home to the Trans-Amazonian Highway. This grand ambition was to build a nearly 3,000-mile-long road stretching across the Amazon rainforest. The project was initiated in the 70s, but the unforgiving terrain and environmental concerns forced the government to abandon it midway, leaving large parts of the highway swallowed by the jungle. Next, we head to the bustling city of Moscow, where the Russia Tower was supposed to stand as Europe's tallest building. But after the 2008 financial crisis, the project's funding dried up, and the dream of the Russia Tower was reduced to just a foundation pit. Our next stop is Spain, where the ghostly site of the Castellón airport greets us. Built at a cost of over 150 million euros, the airport was never operational. It stands as a silent reminder of the economic crisis that hit Spain hard, leaving many such projects in the dust. Lastly, we find ourselves in the heart of Africa, in Nigeria, where the ambitious Ajaokuta steel mill was supposed to revolutionize the country's industry. But due to a host of issues, including mismanagement and corruption, the steel mill never produced a single sheet of steel and stands as an eerie monument to unrealized dreams. These unfinished projects provide a window into the challenges of executing such large-scale initiatives. Each of these fallen titans carries a tale of ambition, struggle, and ultimately failure, teaching us invaluable lessons about the risks and rewards of aiming high. Continuing our journey, we encounter more of these ambitious yet unfinished projects. The fifth megaproject on our list is the Ryugyong Hotel in North Korea. Conceived as a symbol of national pride, this 105-story skyscraper was intended to be the world's tallest hotel. However, due to economic crises and construction issues, the hotel remains unfinished, a towering testament to the challenges of such large-scale endeavors. Moving on to our sixth example, we find ourselves in Brazil, with the Trans-Amazonian Highway. Aiming to connect remote regions of the Amazon rainforest to major cities, this project was halted due to environmental concerns and the immense logistical challenges posed by the harsh terrain. The incomplete road now serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between development and nature. Next, we turn to Spain and the Castellón Airport. Built during the Spanish property bubble, this airport was intended to boost tourism and the local economy. However, due to financial issues and a lack of demand, the airport remained unused for several years after its completion. It's a clear example of how miscalculations and poor timing can lead to project failures. Our eighth project takes us to the U.S. with the Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository. Intended to store the nation's nuclear waste, the project faced strong opposition from local communities and environmental groups. Amidst political turmoil and legal battles, the project was eventually abandoned, leaving the question of nuclear waste disposal unresolved. Lastly, we visit Russia and the Palace of the Soviets. Planned to be the world's tallest building, this ambitious project was halted by the outbreak of World War II. The unfinished structure was later demolished, leaving behind only the foundations as a symbol of unrealized dreams. As we see, the downfall of these projects often lies in the unforeseen hurdles and complexities. Whether it's economic crises, environmental concerns, or political conflicts, these ambitious initiatives demonstrate the intricate challenges involved in bringing a megaproject to fruition. The saga of unfinished megaprojects continues with even more fascinating stories. As we delve deeper into these colossal endeavors, we encounter tales of ambition, aspiration, and unfortunately, abandonment. First, let's spotlight the Ryugyong Hotel in North Korea. Towering over the skyline of Pyongyang, this 105-story pyramid was supposed to be the world's largest hotel. Born out of a desire to outshine South Korea's then tallest building, the project was abandoned due to economic crises and safety concerns, leaving a skeletal monument to unfulfilled dreams. Moving west, we find the infamous Ciudad Real Central Airport in Spain. Built during a property boom, this airport was envisioned to be a busy hub connecting central Spain with major European cities. But its location, far from any significant population center, coupled with Spain's economic downturn, led to its demise. The airport now stands as an eerie testament to a botched gamble on the future. Now imagine a bridge connecting Sicily with mainland Italy. The Messina Bridge project was just that, a grand plan to construct the world's longest suspension bridge. However, the soaring costs, environmental concerns, and political wrangling left the project in limbo for decades, and it remains but a distant dream. Next, we have the ambitious South Texas Super Collider in the United States. This particle accelerator was supposed to be 3 times more powerful than any in existence. However, budget overruns and the lack of clear benefits led Congress to cancel the project, marking a significant setback in the realm of high-energy physics. Lastly, let's look at the skyscraper at Dubai's Multi-Commodities Center. This was to be a 68-story skyscraper boasting a blend of office and residential spaces. But the financial crisis of 2008 brought the project to a grinding halt, leaving only the concrete core standing. The stories of these projects underline the importance of careful planning and risk management. As we'll see in our next segment, even the best-laid plans can fall apart, leaving behind nothing but towering reminders of what could have been. As we reach the end of our list, the scale and ambition of these projects continue to amaze us. Imagine, if you will, the Bering Strait Bridge, a proposed transport link between Russia and Alaska. This colossal endeavor, meant to connect 2 continents, was abandoned due to the exorbitant costs involved and the harsh, unforgiving environment it would have to traverse. Next, there's the ambitious River Mountains Loop Trail in Nevada, a project that intended to create a vast recreational area around Las Vegas. Despite the promise of boosting tourism and local economy, it lies unfinished due to a lack of funding and a series of bureaucratic roadblocks. Then we have the Chicago Spire, planned to be the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. An economic downturn and financial disputes halted its construction, leaving only a gaping hole as a reminder of what could have been. Our fourth project, the South Korean Nuseongdo City, was a bold attempt to create an entirely new, sustainable city from scratch. Yet even with its futuristic vision, it fell short due to insufficient demand and high costs, leaving large parts of the city as ghostly, unoccupied spaces. Finally, there's the Ryugyong Hotel in North Korea, an ominous pyramid-shaped skyscraper. Despite 3 decades of construction, this 105-story building remains unopened, plagued by a series of financial, structural, and political problems. These unfinished giants stand as reminders of our ambitious endeavors and their potential pitfalls. Each one tells a story of grand visions, intricate plans, and the harsh realities that often stand in the way. They are monuments to human ambition and testament to the fact that even the loftiest of dreams can fall prey to practical constraints. Yet they also inspire us to dream bigger, to push further, and to learn from our past mistakes. As we look to the future, let's remember these fallen titans and the valuable lessons they hold. The abandonment of these megaprojects often leaves lasting impacts on their surrounding communities and economies. These giants, once symbols of ambition and progress, now stand as stark reminders of unfulfilled dreams and broken promises. But their stories do not end with their abandonment. In many cases, these unfinished projects have been repurposed, their skeletal structures serving new roles unthinkable at their inception. For instance, some have been transformed into public parks, creative spaces, or even housing complexes, injecting new life into what was once a symbol of failure. These transformations, while not without their challenges, demonstrate the resilience of communities and their ability to adapt to changing circumstances. However, not all unfinished megaprojects have been lucky enough to find a second life. Many stand as decaying monoliths, their empty shells a drain on local resources and a blight on the landscape. The environmental implications of these abandoned projects are significant, with vast amounts of waste and pollution left unmanaged. The economic toll can be equally devastating. Jobs are lost, investments evaporate, and the local economy can take a hit that takes decades to recover from. Moreover, the social impact of these unfinished projects can be profound. Communities that were once promised prosperity and development are left disillusioned and distrustful. The social fabric can be torn apart, leaving a sense of bitterness and disappointment that can linger for generations. Yet, amidst the ruins, there are glimmers of hope. Some communities have rallied around these failed projects, using them as catalysts for change and renewal. They serve as rallying points, sparking dialogue and action around issues such as sustainable development, financial accountability, and community engagement. In the end, these unfinished projects are not just lost investments, they are lessons for our future endeavors. They serve as stark reminders of the risks and challenges inherent in such ambitious undertakings, and underscore the importance of careful planning, community involvement, and sustainable practices. They are monuments to our past failures, and yet in their own way, they also point the way towards a more thoughtful, responsible future. So, what can we learn from these unfinished megaprojects? The tales of these 20 unfinished titans echo with lessons of ambition, resilience, but ultimately, failure. They serve as stark reminders that the road to creating something extraordinary is fraught with hurdles, some of which can bring even the grandest of projects to their knees. Firstly, these unfinished megaprojects underscore the importance of comprehensive planning. Many of these projects were halted midway due to unforeseen circumstances that could have been anticipated with more thorough planning. It's not just about having a grand vision, it's about having a detailed roadmap to bring that vision to life, considering all potential obstacles and contingencies. Secondly, the downfall of these projects highlights the significance of strong governance. Mega projects aren't just about pouring concrete and erecting steel structures. They're about managing complex systems of stakeholders, regulations, and public interests. Without robust governance structures in place, megaprojects can quickly become mired in conflicts and controversies that can halt progress. Lastly, these stories bring to light the critical role of risk management. Every project, particularly those of colossal scale, comes with inherent risks. Financial risks, environmental risks, political risks, these are but a few of the potential pitfalls that can derail a project. Effective risk management isn't just about identifying these risks. It's about having strategies in place to mitigate them. These unfinished mega projects, though seen as failures, impart invaluable lessons. They serve as case studies for how not to approach such ambitious endeavors, illuminating the pitfalls to avoid and the strategies to employ. The stories of these unfinished giants serve as powerful reminders that careful planning, strong governance, and risk management are crucial to the success of any mega project.